EPA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for March 7th, 2022. It is Monday, back to work, and we have another very warm day ahead of us today. We'll get to that in a second. Today's video forecast is sponsored by Kinsley's Family Market in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Kinsley's is the world's largest ShopRite, and the ShopRite logo means they're all about food, they're all about savings, and they're all about you. The Friday Seafood Fest is up and running, and Kinsley's will be having a seafood fest every Friday during Lent. Items include their chef's famous teriyaki salmon, coconut-crusted cod, side dishes, and much more. Stop by the seafood department where their seafood is the freshest in the industry, and they make, as always, deliveries 7 days a week. They are Kinsley's ShopRite, located at 107 Kinsley's Drive in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Proud sponsors of the Monday video forecast. Okay, so today, another warm day. We had a warm day yesterday, another warm day today. Not as much in the way of sunshine today, though, because we're going to have a cold front moving through the region. It's going to take its time to do so, though, so most of this day is going to be dry. Once we get later in the day, we'll have an opportunity for some scattered showers and then a line of thunderstorms possible today as this moves through. This cold front is going to bring in a lot of wind, so we're going to have some breezing conditions during the day that is going to get quite windy when the cold front moves through, and we have some cold air advection-related wind coming in following the frontal boundary. So we're going to have temperatures today, as you see above me, 64 to 75 is the spread of temperatures from northwest to southeast across our region today. And you do have we do have the thunderstorm icon in the graphic here, because we'll have the opportunity for some thunderstorms today. And this is not going to be severe weather. We're not looking at severe thunderstorm warning. Well, I can't say that because the National Weather Service. Well, let me just say that I don't think they're going to be severe. The National Weather Service may issue severe thunderstorm warnings for things that we aren't really severe, but they issue them anyway, kind of thing. Not trying to belittle the National Weather Service anyway, but sometimes they do that when you have winds that are 40 to 45. You can get some gusts in there, 40 to 45, when that line comes through. I just don't see enough support for anything that is going to give you severe weather today. At least not in this area. Maybe further south as you get across the southern Piedmont and places like that. But you're not going to have anything to deal with in our region that I think is going to be severe. We'll have some windy conditions with the line itself, and then maybe a few hours following the front, but I don't think as far as severe weather, by their definition of 58 miles per hour or greater, I don't see that happening, okay? Not enough instability with this as this is moving through. So this will move through this evening, and then it's going to be done. So you're going to have, here's the NAM high-res future simulated radar, starting us off this morning at 9 a.m. You can follow this along in the upper right-hand corner. It'll give you the timestamp, the exact timestamp we're following in the video as I move this forward. So this is going to be some showers and thunderstorms kind of this afternoon, mid-afternoon, mid to late afternoon. You have these showers and thunderstorms moving through. And then here's that line I was talking about that's going through the region, generally between 4 and 8 p.m. Before it reaches the coast. This is looking at 5 p.m. Here is 6, here is 7, here is 8, and then it moves off the coast. And then you have a few residual showers behind that goes up to about midnight. When that line hits is when you get the wind. You'll have some wind, generally 40 to 45 miles per hour as peak in terms of peak gusts with this line of storms moving through. I know it looks crazy and rather ominous, but this is precipitation. Okay, this is a precipitation radar, not indicative of severe weather. So we'll continue to monitor that today. I just don't think it's going to do that. I wouldn't expect that as it's moving through. And then once it moves through, the temperatures will crash. So we have temperatures 64 to 75 today. Overnight tonight, we get back into the 30s for overnight lows, and this pulls away rather quickly during the evening hours, and then that's it. So that's all you have for precipitation for this entire day, even though you look at this and it looks like, oh, we're going to get all kinds of rain today. Well, no, not really. It's just with that line coming through, and that's it. Once we get past this point, we have a partly cloudy skies day here on Tuesday, and temperatures are going to be kind of on either side of 50 degrees for highs on Tuesday. And then we have this system off to our south. We've been watching this for the last couple of days, and the latest indications are that it's going to come far enough north where it may affect our region in the colder side of things here as we get into Wednesday. Look what the European model does. This is the same thing that the GFS is doing. This is the same thing that the NAM is doing. We'll look at the NAM here. We go to max range here, the NAM. And, well, it doesn't. It comes out of range here. There it goes. There it is, right there. A little bit of snow on the northern fringe of this. So we have to watch for this. This is not going to be something that's all of a sudden going to give you a surprise snowstorm. But you could have some snow flakes at least falling Wednesday instead of rain showers falling. How much this accumulates? Probably not too much because the ground temperature is going to be too warm. And the high on Wednesday is going to be on either side of, I would say 40 to 45 is the spread of temperatures from northwest to southeast here on Wednesday. So it's probably not going to accumulate much, if any at all. And if it does, it's going to be on non-paved surfaces. But we're going to keep an eye on this closely because this is now starting to come a little bit further north and giving us a little bit of at least snow falling. And the reason it's falling as snow is the upper levels are cold enough to support snow falling, not necessarily sticking on the ground, but we'll see. We'll see how this works out in the next couple of days. And that moves off the coast, and that's it. And then Thursday, we are back to partly to mostly cloudy skies. This system's still in the vicinity here. So we have partly mostly cloudy skies here on Friday, and then mostly cloudy Friday in between systems before the next one comes in. This is another one we're going to have to watch because we start off as rain here most likely, and then we may end as snow here in some areas, according to the GFS anyway. European model is not thrilled with that. I'll move this over to a GFS projection for that same system, and you can see rain maybe ending as a little bit of snow here before it pulls away. But the big thing here on Saturday is you're going to have some crashing temperatures yet again. Warming up Saturday ahead of that frontal boundary, maybe getting up to close to 60 degrees in some places. And then once it moves through, you have the temperatures crash very rapidly behind this. So you're going to have temperatures going down to support snow if there's still any precipitation around. And windy conditions are going to accompany this front as well. So probably expecting some windy conditions with this, with a very tight gradient, very tight pressure gradient, and a very cold shot of air coming in here behind it, so that Sunday is going to be in the 30s and maybe getting to low 40s in our far southeastern areas. So this time of year, the cold shots are not as impressive as, say, they would be in January or February. So when you get a cold shot come in here, it's cold. It's cold relative to average, but it's going to be, not cold enough where you're getting down in the teens and 20s or anything like that. So we'll watch this, though, because you're going from, 60 down to the 30s. You'll have an opportunity for some windy conditions to accompany this this trough coming in here. But it does look like the second half of the weekend is going to be much colder than the first half starting out. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for March 7th, 2022. Have a great Monday.